wasn't planning on filming today, but I had a little idea, and I thought filming it would be pretty beneficial for not only myself, but for you as well, maybe. So, as we know, the first half of 2020, it's over. We did it. We made it. Kind of. But now that it is July, the second half of 2020, I just hope that we can all heal and be productive and process and just do more good than harm in the last half of 2020. And to do that, I stumbled upon a book that I haven't picked up yet, and I've had it for years. So I thought, what better time to do it than now? And it is this book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And it's all small stuff. So it is basically a self-help book. And it has chapters on chapters to do with so many different things. But I wanted to read the first 3 chapters with you. Not long at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to start this. Just because we've been through the ringer. I've been through the ringer this year, and I think it's time to just resonate with some good positivity. Resonate. What did I say? I don't know. I'm all over the place, but so it just says simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. So everyone can hopefully take something away from this. So we're going to start with the first chapter. So it's just going to be me reading, and hopefully this can be informative as well as just relaxing and calming. Who is what's the word? Are they is that a lawnmower? I don't know what that is, but sorry for any of the noise that you hear during this video. But okay, chapter 1. It is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Often we allow ourselves to get all worked up about things that, upon closer examination, aren't really that big a deal. We focus on little problems and concerns and blow them way out of proportion. A stranger, for example, might cut in front of us in traffic. Rather than let that go, we go on with our day and convince ourselves that we are justified in our anger. We play out imaginary confrontation in our mind. Many of us might even tell someone else about the incident later than rather simply let it go. Why not instead simply allow the driver to have his accident somewhere else? Try to have compassion for the person and remember how painful it is to be in such an enormous hurry. This way we can maintain our own sense of well-being and avoid taking other people's problems personally. There are many similar small stuff examples that occur every day in our lives. Whether we had to wait in line, listen to unfair criticism, or do the lion's share of work, it pays enormous dividends if we learn not to worry about little things. So many people spend so much of their life energy sweating the small stuff, and they completely lose touch with the magic and beauty of life. When you commit to working hard towards this goal, you will find that you will have far more energy to be kinder and gentler. I like that. It's very, very true. So, chapter 2 is Make Peace with Imperfection. Okay. I've yet to meet an absolute perfectionist whose life was filled with inner peace. The need for perfection and the desire for inner tranquility conflict with each other. Whether we are all attached to having something in a certain way, better than it already is, we are, almost by definition, engaged in a losing battle. Rather than being content and grateful for what we have, we are focused on what's wrong with something and our need to fix it. When we are zeroed in on what's wrong, it implies that we are dissatisfied and discontent. Whether it's related to ourselves, a disorganized closet, a scratch on the car, an imperfect accomplishment, a few pounds we would like to use, or someone else's imperfections, the way someone looks, behaves, or lives their life, the very act of focusing on imperfection pulls us away from our goal of being kind and gentle. This strategy has nothing to do with ceasing to do your very best, but with being overly attached and focused on what's wrong with life. It's about realizing that while there's always a better way to do something, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy and appreciate the way things already are. The solution here is to catch yourself when you fall into your habit of insisting that things should be other than how they are. Gently remind yourself that life is okay the way it is right now. In the absence of your judgment, everything would be fine. As you begin to eliminate your need for perfection in all areas of your life, you'll begin to discover the perfection in life itself. That one resonates with me a lot. I need to take that one into a deep place there and really listen to that, because I think I get really caught up in the way things should be, or I'm not doing this the right way, or they're not doing this the right way, and it's affecting me. And while a lot of that may be true, it does weigh a lot, and it does take away the joy and happiness and just contentment of life. So I resonate with that one. Now, chapter 3, the last one we're reading. Let go of the idea that gentle, relaxed people can't be super achievers. One of the major reasons so many of us remain hurried, frightened, or competitive and continue to live life as if it was one giant emergency is our fear that if we were to become more peaceful and loving, we would suddenly stop achieving our goals. We would become lazy and pathetic. You can put this fear to rest by realizing that the opposite is actually true. Fearful, frantic thinking takes an enormous amount of energy and drains the creativity and motivation from our lives. When you are fearful or frantic, you literally immobilize yourself from your greatest potential, not to mention enjoyment. Any success that you do have is despite your fear, not because of it. I have had the good fortune to surround myself with some very relaxed, peaceful, and loving people. Some of these people are best-selling authors, loving parents, counselors, computer experts, and chief executive officers. All of them are fulfilled in what they do and are very proficient at their given skills. I have learned the important lesson. When you have what you want, which is inner peace, you are less distracted by your wants, needs, desires, and concerns. It's thus easier to concentrate, focus, achieve your goals, and give back to others. So, that is very true. Sometimes we need to slow down and realize that we can still achieve our goals and focus on what's important without being, one of those people. So that was Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. If you guys would like me to read more, please let me know in the comments. I do enjoy reading on camera and filming it, but I know it could be boring to some people. But if you would like me to do a couple more chapters once in a while, let me know. I know it helps to hear those positive affirmations a lot right now, so I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. I'm sorry this video is a a little shorter than usual. There's a guy doing God knows what with a lawnmower or a what do you call those? I keep weed whacker. There you go. So